So good morning, everyone. I'm going to finish printing off my labels. I wanted to make sure still get on here about at 8:30, so I'm not late for my very important date. We have 50 items that sold this weekend around. I'm just guesstimating 50 items that sold. So hope you guys are doing well. I want to make sure it's going with the right thing. Good morning, Retired and Reselling. What is up? It's been a while since I've seen you. Hope everything's good. Guessing you have a show tonight. TikTok show, talking with old buddy Wagon. This one goes here. Just printing off my labels. Juan, we still have to do some road trips this summer. Some road trips like last summer. All right, so printing off this one. We're printing off our Poshmark sales right now. So just chill with me. Let me know how your sales were. I'm not going to be able to see them right away. At least if you're on Facebook and YouTube. Yeah. Okay, next one. Oh, that person canceled that sale, so that's a no-go. That is a no-go. Canceled sale. So I wonder if it's a canceled sale. I wonder if I need to go back into Poshmark and see if, or Auto Posher, and see if they delisted it. So that's one thing I'm going to have to do. Write that down. I need to write that down. This was a FootJoy. Boo. Boo. While I'm printing these off, everybody. Yes, road trip. Good morning, adventure. While I'm printing these off, again, hey, everybody. Wow, YouTube and Facebook are showing up. What's up, guys? I will talk to you in a second. I just have to finish printing off these labels. But while I do this, while I'm not looking at the screen, let's talk about it. So right now, stock markets are at all-time highs almost. It might hit today, all-time highs. So basically, let's just say all-time high. But I was reading a whole bunch this weekend about how credit card delinquencies are at pretty much all-time highs, which means people are late on their payments for their credit cards more than ever. So I'm thinking, okay, who owns more of the stock market? Probably the middle to upper class. And who has a lot of credit card debt? Probably the middle to lower class. Who do we sell to on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari? Is this going to bite us? Is this going to bite us that people are going to probably have some issues with their credit and probably can't spend anymore and will get their credit cards canceled and all that sort of stuff? That's my question. Is that going to bite us as resellers, or are people going to stop shopping at really expensive stores and start shopping more for used items online? So there's an argument for both sides. Again, I can't really see what everyone's talking about, but I wanted to throw that out there. And then we can talk about it. Print off labels like crazy right now. Then we can talk about it. So yeah, credit cards, crazy, all that stuff. One question: someone on Poshmark bought 2 items, but separately, do I ship out? Separately. Ooh, I haven't dealt with that one, Adventure. I'm new to Poshmark, so I have a bundle sale here, and they bought them together, so I'm shipping them out together. So I'm not sure on the Poshmark thing. Someone in the TikTok chat may be able to help you on that one. Yeah, 2 separate orders on eBay. I bundle them up and then refund the difference in shipping. I'm sure I can do something similar on Poshmark. What was that order? Yeah, we'll get to all these orders. But yeah, that's my concern right now. That's my concern. Everything looks gravy. CPI comes out later this week, which means like core price index, inflation, that whole thing. But yeah, so with credit card delinquencies going up, car delinquencies going up, people can't pay their bills, but the stock market's at all-time highs. Everything looks good in the media, but if you get deep dive into it, it's not that great. So that is my question. Illinois jackets. I only have a few more, guys. I only have a few more. So just chill with me. Just chill with me. I wanted to get on, make sure I'm on time. That's all. Oh, $125 shoes. You guys want to see those. $125 shoes. But I will tell you, they have sold and returned to me before. So I have sold them and returned to me before. All right. That's how we work. Work fast. Work fast. Next pair, another pair of shoes. Okay. get those. Now, remember, I pulled all this stuff earlier this morning, pretty much before my kids went to school, before I took them to school. And so I'm just now printing off all of the orders. There. Next one are these. We're almost done. Actually, I don't even pick these up anymore. So I'm happy they sold. You guys will see what that is. Today's going to be a really good one. Lots of good stuff to talk about. Lots of brands. Lots of not a whole lot of retail arbitrage, which is probably things that you guys would rather see, thrifted items. But yeah, lots of different things. A few mistakes, a few non-mistakes. All right, last one. Print this one. Yeah, this one I'm surprised sold. I don't pick these up anymore, but it sold. So this might be something you guys want to look for. It sold for a good price. All right. Let's get over to Doop. We'll go down to here to Doop. And now we are into it. All right. Hey, good morning, Tej. All right. Let's see. Let's start at the beginning. M. Darrow. Yes, everyone will hurt. I agree. So how's it? I'm wondering how it's going to affect the eBay business. So I was a part of eBay in 2008 and 9 and 10. But I was selling higher end antiques and collectibles. I wasn't selling clothing back then. So I don't know. What's up, Lish? Hope you guys had a great weekend too. Nothing of mine sells on Poshmark. 50 items and nothing sells. Why? You only have 50 items on Poshmark. It's going to take a while to sell those. Again, I honestly want to make a video, and this isn't just to you, this is to everyone. It takes 3 things for reselling. 3 things, and I guarantee you'll have sales. Just like, let's say, personal training and losing weight. Okay. With reselling, to me, the most important thing is you buy the right item, and you have to buy it at the right price. So the right item, which means a desirable item, and you have to price it right. And the last thing is take at least one good cover photo. So the right item at the right price with a good cover photo, your item will sell. Prime example, if you're on Poshmark, if you're on eBay, and you have a cool pair of pants, KUHL, those things sell for about $45. You pick them up for $2 at a garage sale, you list them for $35, I guarantee you those will sell. Normally, we pick those up for $10 and sell them for $45, but because you picked them up for $1, you can undercut the market, make the same profit as you would if you picked them up for $10 like you normally would, and it would sell. So the right item at the right price with the right picture, that's what's going to sell your item. That should be the first part of every single live that we do. How many items do you list today? I list around 15. So I was really good at listing up until spring break, 15 items a day, every single day, Monday through Monday, 7 days a week. But now I'm in about back there. So about 15 to 20 I've been trying to get a day. It's a lot easier for me to list winter or spring and summer items because it's a lot of the same polos and shorts. So Nike polo or a pair of Nike shorts or a pair of Under Armour shorts. Poshmark has been going crazy for me, better than eBay lately. So there you go. There's difference. Ship them separately. 2 labels. All right. There you go. At Adventure. Those Poshmark items, ship them separately. Signed up for a free trial on Auto yesterday. Crosses 20 box popped up. Free trial ended. Box pop free trial ended. Maybe. I don't know, Ramona. I don't know what you signed up through, but you can. I'm going to say this now. You can get a discount, $5 off at surfsupfinds.com. There's a $5 off coupon. You can get that. Yes, I do get a small kickback, but why not? It works for both of us. You get money off. I get a small kickback. So if your free trial's over, I don't know if you can still sign up, but if you're watching this later, that's a way to help the channel and get money off for you. So it's a win-win. Since adding auto posture, I've sold on Posh, Mercari, and even Depop. Definitely worth it. Agree. So let me tell you this too, and I'm going to get to all the questions and everyone everywhere. Okay, I sold just over, I think around 32 items on eBay. So for however many years I've been reselling, 8 years, 9 years, whatever, clothing, this would have been my weekend, 32 sales. So 32 sales. Now I have Auto Posture. I have 32 plus 3 Macari plus 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 or 14 Poshmark. So almost 20 extra sales because I have a cross-lister because I use Poshmark. So I went from 32 sales to 50 sales. So if you have a lot of things listed, I would look into it. What is good percent of items sold listed? So honestly, you can look at daily, you can look at weekly, you look at monthly. Daily can put you in a funk, but I still like to look at daily. I like to sell 1% of my store daily. So if I have 2,500 items in my eBay store, I love to sell, which I don't. I have 1,500 items. So about 1,500 items in my eBay store, I want to sell between 15 and up. So at least 1% of my store a day is what I want to sell. So if I have 1,500 items, I want to sell 15 items a day. 1% of my store a day is what I want to sell. To me, that's good. I signed up for it. Good. Yes, good. Sign up for it. I'm telling you, it's good. How many items do you share on Poshmark? I do what they suggest. I think it's like 4,000 a day, something like that on Poshmark using Auto Posture. It does it all in the background for you. It's like my virtual assistant. So it shares 4,000 items a day without me doing anything. Amy D, Flippin' Nurse, what's up? Auto Posture also makes cross-listing super easy and fast. Yeah, super easy and fast. I can sit there. I still have at least half my store to cross-list on Mercari. Since I'm out of Mercari jail, I've proved myself. Thanks. Oh, Flippin' Nurse, 22 sales this weekend. Let's go. All right. I love Auto Posture too. Look, everyone's saying Auto Posture. All right. I got to give love. Beverly, good morning. Judith, good morning. Sophia, good morning. Tam, what's up? Who's old? 50? Who's old? Nothing, Speed Racer. I had 50 sales, and at the beginning I said 50 years old. 50 years old is from an SNL skit. I'm 50, or it might be 40. I'm 40. I'm 40 years old. If you know, you know. Otherwise, you think I'm an idiot. Sales this week, except for yesterday, were not good. Well, I'm glad they were good yesterday. Ebbs and flows. So when in doubt, zoom out. So look at your month. Or just look at yesterday. Yesterday was great. I was just looking at your store. What did you list your Bonobos Tuesday pants for? Oh, man. Which ones? Do I even have any of those left? Do I even have any of those Tuesday pants? I don't even have any of those weekday. Do I have? So if I recently sourced those Bonobos Tuesday pants for the weekday warriors. They always have a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday name on the inside waistband. I haven't listed any. I don't think I have any in my store. So those I will not list until the fall, unless I run out of inventory. And I'd have to look at comps because I don't even know where they are right now. Morning, busy May with school events. I know school events are crazy right now. Only a few more weeks left here in Indiana, like 9 days actually. Let's see. So is medical billing, nobody paying it? Maybe one day they'll just make it free. Oh yeah, medical billing, no one's paying it. Yeah, so people are dropping insurance and then just they get hurt or whatever. They're just not paying their bills. I read that too. Good morning, Peggy from California. Good morning, K Flow. It impresses me how many youngster people also shop secondhand for environmental fashion reasons. It's a growing trend for sure, Audra. It is definitely a growing trend. The whole like recycle, reuse, all that stuff. That's the whole like bin population too. Like I see a lot of youngsters there doing that thing and then doing pop-ups and selling stuff on style rather than brand, things like that. A lot of house poor people buy used, buying Geist Homes. Oh, Daniel, you're around here. Geist Homes furnishings, it with rent center furniture. Yeah. So it's not just if you're just now joining, I was brought up the conversation of how stock market's at all-time highs, but credit card delinquencies are also all-time highs. And also mortgages, cars, everything. And the interest rates are super high. So people are hurting, but it doesn't look like it on the outside. How do you print Poshmark labels 4x6? It wants me to email me a label. I don't. I could go in there, Peggy. I download the label and print it on a 4x6. I think I had to go back into my settings and set it to a 4x6, if I remember correctly. When you sign up for Autoposher, does it pull the listings you already have listed? Yes. So Barbara, if you have Autoposher, you pay for credits if you cross list. For free, you can bring in, like I did, I brought in all my eBay listings onto Autoposher. So basically, you give Autoposher your, if you're comfortable, or you can do it through a Chrome extension. I'm comfortable. You give it your eBay password and name, and also your Poshmark and all that. And then you just import all your stuff from eBay. That's all free to do. And then once you cross list, those are credits. So yes, it imported all my eBay items. Just literally put like sync, and it takes some time, a little bit of time, and then you're done. Good morning, Mac. Lil Mac, good morning. Good to see you. I'd love to see you live at some point. I sold 17 items over the weekend. Autoposher is killing it for me. You guys are saying it yourself. Why did you decide Autoposher over Prime Lister? Autoposher does more things than Prime Lister, and it's easier. Trust me. And I'm telling you this, I'm going to be honest with you. Prime Lister, as someone who promotes things or whatever, Prime Lister gives you a really big incentive. Vendu gives you really big incentive. All those things. Autoposher is probably the smallest, and it's, in my opinion, it's the best. And for people that use other, they've changed over to Autoposher for right now. But Prime Lister I heard is good too. This weekend, 3 sales on eBay, 7 on Poshmark. Let's go, Tam. Tam, you just got Autoposher, and you have more sales on Poshmark. I'm 50 skid is hilarious. See? Thank you, Susie. You get what I'm saying. Why did you move from collectibles to clothing? Availability, Peggy. I don't have it's really hard for me to find antiques, collectibles, fine art, stuff like that. I can't find that stuff anymore. Clothes are abundant where I live. I can find clothing everywhere. It's a nickel and dime, but it's better than not making as much as I could. So if I were just doing collectibles, I couldn't find as much. And estate sales and garage sales are notorious now just for looking on eBay and pricing it at that price. That's not everybody. That's not all garage sales, but my eBay sales were on fire, Courtney said. That's right. Let's go. Yeah, I couldn't find it in your store. Yeah, I don't have it. Morning. Welcome to the new decade of fun. Let's go. New decade of fun. All right. Sold 5 blazers this weekend. Blazers selling. I sold 2. If you guys follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you saw I made a thing that said like blazers suck, but they bring good money. I listed a couple, like 5 blazers this weekend. They sell. Blazers sell, guys. If you get the right ones in suits, they sell. They just suck to take pictures and list. Now you're over here, Southern. You're over here. Autoposher cross looks amazing. I tried them all. So easy. There you go. Tried them all. So easy. But it does do things. I can tell you. But I know like the automatic delist, the automatic detection, it does that. The delist, relist, the automatic offers. To do, I know that it does more than everything else. I forget what exactly the like 1 or 2 things it does more than others that are kind of crucial. What is the price for Autoposher? So if you go to my website, surfstufffinds.com, click on the $5 off, you can go to the pricing and you can sign up there. So if you just want a virtual assistant, which is what I had from May until like March, it's $35 a month if you're on all the platforms. That will share your items, send out offers, delist, relist, all that stuff. If you don't plan on cross-listing. You don't do at the store lives anymore. I don't do as many. I need to. The comment on YouTube was just from 30 minutes ago. Sorry. What's up, Casey? Do you get many requests for returns? I have a 3% return rate on my store. 3%, and I bet 90% of the 3%, whatever that comes out to be, doesn't fit, and the buyer pays that return shipping. So almost all of it is buyer doesn't fit. No way, starts 50. Yes, 50 items. So let's go. We have 30 or 32, something like that, eBay sales. We have a whole bunch of Poshmark sales, and we have Mercari. We're going to start with Mercari. I guess I can pull this up for you. See how much the stuff sold for. Now, remember, Mercari doesn't have selling fees. So I keep that in mind with some of my items. This Duluth, I don't buy much Duluth anymore, but these are those like polyester, spandexy nylon shirts, 100% polyester, 4XL with the vents. These still do well. If I find these, they always do well this time of year. $18. It is what it is. It's not, you're not making a million, but $18, no seller fees. It cost me $5. If you're new here, my average cost of good is $5. Yes, I'll go live thrifting on Wednesday this week. I will go live thrifting at least Wednesday. At least on Wednesday. Okay. So Duluth, 4XL, all that sort of stuff. Stop making me look bad with 50 sales. Caleb, you just started with auto posture. You're going to pass me up in a heartbeat. I already know you will. You know why? Because you list more a day than I do, which means you're going to probably have more sales than me. What's the price for auto posture? Grabbed a down polo puffer vest and vintage Eddie Bauer down coat at my Goodwill on Saturday. J9. This is the time of year to grab that stuff because I know you might hold on to it. It might not sell really well, but once winter comes around, that's going to be hitting. You're not going to find that stuff very much in the winter. So you're going to really see that money come back in later on. All right, next item, Lululemon skirt skort. You guys know me. I don't know. Lululemon skirt skort. This guy, with the ruffles in the back. Lululemon skirt skort. It sold for $22 on Mercari, which means what? No fees. Do you use List Perfectly or Vindu? Nope, I use Auto Posture. Auto Posture is what I use. Auto Posture does more than just cross list. Auto Posture. I have been sourcing some crazy good sweaters this past week. Yes. So where I live, I don't know about you guys. Hey, thanks, Donna, for that. I don't know about how it is where you guys live, but it's good finding that stuff. You guys know I talk to like all the employees and everyone at our Goodwill, even the people in the back, some of them who do the polling and everything, the managers, all of them. They tell me probably 80% of the winter stuff they get in, they send to the bins this time of year because it's hot out. People aren't buying that stuff at the stores really. So if you're wanting to look for winter items right now at the bins, at least here in Indy, that's where they send them. They said they send a lot of good stuff to the bins because it simply doesn't sell all their coats and stuff, and it takes up a lot of room. Untuck It. Again, this is one of those nylon elastane Untuck It shirts. Nylon elastane. So these do better this time of year. Obviously, they're like a wicking material. This sold for $25 on Mercari. My 3 sales on Mercari. Again, Mercari is okay for me. Not even okay. Not great. Not good. 3 sales over the weekend. Depop 0 sales. That's where I'm at. There's also Auto Posture Crosslist. Yeah, Tara. Go to Surf's Up Finds or my link tree if you know what that is. I didn't know what that is for forever. SurfsUpFinds.com. You'll see a tab, the Auto Posture. Click Auto Posture. You'll get a discount and you'll see how much it costs. And I'll tell you everything. It's crossless and it's a virtual assistant as well. All right, we're done with that one. Let's go to Poshmark. Let's do Poshmark sales. There's a lot really good sales, guys. So if you have to go, come back on YouTube later or watch this stuff because there's some really good sales. It's worth picking up older Abercrombie utility jackets. Some of them. I just picked up an Abercrombie down reversible vest. That stuff's starting to come back because it's like Y2K. But to me, the Abercrombie stuff, it has to have some sort of Abercrombie look or whatever, like the paratrooper pants or Scream Abercrombie. But the jackets that I find are worth the most money for Abercrombie are the ones that have really thick fur lining, or it's not fur, but fur-like lining in the underneath, or the lining. Yeah, the lining. And it's usually got a hood. Those Abercrombie jackets sell for like upwards to $100. How's Auto Posture delisting across platforms when items sell? How is Auto Posture at delisting? Does it automatically, Casey. So if your item sells on Poshmark, the second it sells on Poshmark, it delists from all the other platforms. If you want to hop on YouTube or Facebook, I can show you at the very end of this video how it works. All right, let's get over to a good sale. These were, I sold these one time before. Again, I have no idea what these were. They just look good. I looked them up and the comps were really good. They cost $7, but I guess these are the Sex and the Cité shoes, and they sold for $125. I did sell them once, and the person said like, oh, they didn't fit right, so they returned them. Again, shipping's on them both ways, and I sold them again. So, sold them twice. Do you do free shipping and pirate ship or Mercari shipping? No. Southern, I do Mercari shipping. I just do Mercari shipping, buyer pay shipping, Mercari shipping. So I just print the labels straight out through Mercari. I don't mess to see if like pirate ship might be like 15 cents cheaper. I don't have time for that. That 15 cents, a little bit, all that time, I will just list an item or two during that time. It's definitely not automatic. It takes a few minutes to delist. So if you sell an item on eBay and you have the item on cross-listed on Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop, what are the chances that item's going to sell right away? Every time I've had an item sell, it delists pretty much automatically. Snap, you said it takes a few minutes. For me, to me, that's pretty much automatically. Takes a minute or two, but it does auto detect. So if it sells, it delists it across all platforms. I haven't had an issue yet with something selling right away on one and right away on the other. I have not had that issue yet. Got to ship 110. I got to ship 110 right now, but I'm going to wait till tomorrow, probably like 130. Heaven, what on earth? I have Auto Posture is the GOAT. I wish I hadn't waited so long. Then tell them you pushed me into cross listing. Yes, Tam, I agree. I remember there are some people online who were like, you need to cross this. You need to cross this. You need to cross this. I'm like, I don't know. I had some free trials with some. I know I just waited and the Auto Posture came out. I decided to do it. I have 450 listings on eBay, mostly hard goods. When those items sell on Poshmark, Carmen, so follow the Bearded Thrifter on Facebook. He sells a lot of hard goods and everything. He sells everything. He's been selling a lot of hard goods and toys and all that stuff on Poshmark and Mercari. So that stuff sells over there too. I don't sell a lot of that stuff, so I'm not sure. I can't answer that question really well for you. I got some paratrooper pants this weekend from Abercrombie. Second time finding some. Those could be anywhere from $50 to $100. I got to ship 110. That's crazy. Heaven, 110 items to ship. I want to be on your level. Good morning from California. What's up? I like Auto Posture, but didn't like that they charged me on 2 plus into the free dial on day 2 into my free trial. You should have a free trial. It might just be there's a 7-day free trial, but reach out to Auto Posture on IG, or I think there's an email address. Just reach out to them. Yeah, they have customer service. Do you ever put items for auction on eBay? Yes, I have one auction item here. I'll tell you about it later. Milos run half a size small FY. They might be why they returned them. Got you. I would think people who wear those would know that, but that's probably why. Some items were filtered out. Ooh, it's definitely not automatic. It takes a few minutes. Where did you find the polo jacket in the back? Can't tell you where I found that, but I bought it for $150 brand new. Depop seems worthless. I don't want to lie your credit on Depop. Yeah. Waste your credits on Depop. Yeah, I agree. I don't know about Depop. So I do sell shoes. Sold these shoes. These are just green Nike shoes, whatever. Again, with Nike, super easy to look up the style. They're right in there. I actually got these from Ethan. See what Ethan does with shoes? He marks out the bottom. He marks out the number that he paid on the bottom with a Sharpie. Instead of leaving it, that's what he does. So he doesn't even remove it. He just marks out the number. So those came from Ethan. And those are going out. We're doing Poshmark sales. So we can put those in a priority box since we're doing Poshmark sales. What's up, Crow? Thanks for popping in. Okay, got 14 sales yesterday. My best day yet. Will, there you go. That's what I like to hear. Let's go. All positive stuff in here, guys. All positive stuff. Getting those sales. Best day yet. 14 sales in a day. That's a lot. That's a lot of sales in a day. That's a ton. Angel, you're welcome. Didn't realize I wasn't following you. Wow, you used to always pop up. I am now. Oh, Casey, it's okay if you don't follow me. I'm glad I pop up, though. I'm glad I pop up. If you want to follow, guys, you can. But yeah. All right. So this is going out. Done. All right. Next item. I talked about it. If you came in early, I said, I don't even pick these up anymore. I'm glad I sold these. They're Allbirds. I don't even pick Allbirds up anymore, to be honest. And I paid $7. See how it says 7Y? It says 7Y. That was 7 yellow, the color of the week. These were $7. These sat for a while. I just think Allbirds don't sell as well as they used to. At least for me. Maybe just the wool. I don't know. These sold for $25. So a 7 into 25. Again, I'm actually gonna I'll put them in a priority box. Put them in priority box. Sales were crazy yesterday. Let's go. You know what? It was nice outside. At least here in Indiana. I always hear people talk about like, oh, if it's nice outside, stuff doesn't sell. I don't know. I meant to say this in my last live from last week. My Wednesday last week was awful. I had like 5 sales on eBay, something like that. But my Wednesday before that, I had like 17 sales. So I don't know if there's really a correlation to anything. I think people like to come up with an excuse or something, but that's great. See, it was nice out yesterday. I miss Ethan. I miss Ethan too. Luckily, I get to still talk to him. Sales were crazy yesterday. I'm now a member. Let's go, Casey. Thanks for coming in. What part of Indiana? The north side of Indianapolis. I grew up in Indianapolis, the capital. Indy, Naptown. Hey, yo, Third Hand in the house. What's up, Third Hand? Yes, gorgeous in Indiana. Went to Holiday World yesterday. That place is open. Holiday World is a theme park in Indiana. I know. You're like, what? Don't come to Indiana for a theme park. But it's actually a really nice one for being in Indiana. I will say that. So these are going out in here. Again, paid $7. They sold for $25. Allbirds, I'm not picking up anymore. I'm just not. I've passed them. I've seen them plenty. I'm not picking them up. Maybe at a yard sale or garage sale for a couple bucks. I'll pick them up and I'll just price them cheap. But yeah, no Allbirds for me anymore, for the most part. We still have season tickets. Whoa. Trade Posh ticket to what? Oh, to Holiday World season tickets. I mean, if you live that close, it's good. We're gonna go this summer. If you were born in 2019, which my daughter was, they get in for free. So you know we're gonna take advantage of that. We're all penny pinchers, right? Resellers are penny pinchers, I would say, right? Got any family? I don't have any family in Valparaiso, Chestertown. I've been there. Angel, what's your thought of it? I remember when Holiday World was Santa Claus Land. Yeah, Holiday World is in Santa Claus, Indiana. Isn't that kind of fun? It's kind of crazy. Season passes are here too. 1.5 hours away. Grew up in Southern Illinois and went to Santa Claus Land Holiday World. There you guys go. Okay, so it's not too bad. Here's a mistake, maybe. Not a good purchase. So this is in Illinois, or actually sold on Poshmark. So what happened, someone probably sent me an offer, this offer that I'm about to tell you, and I'm like, just accept it. I feel like on Poshmark, I accept way more offers because I get offers on things like this that have just been listed a long time. I'm like, I don't care. Illinois, extra small, just a zip Nike jacket. I guarantee I bought this for $5.99, sold it for, I think, $11. $11 for that. How about it? $11. Anyone selling to a lot in Europe? My sales in Spain are cuckoo. Really? Ooh, got a lot of people. If a listing is renewed, how does it show up on the recently added search? Or does it go by original date listed? If a listing is renewed, does it show up on recently added search, or does it go by original date listing? I'm pretty sure if you're using Autoposher, it's recently added because it delists and relists your item. So it's got a brand new item ID. So it's not renewing it, it's relisting it. Or it's delisting it and listing it as a brand new item. So it would be a brand new item, recently added item, if it's on Autoposher. Okay, so that was a bad one, right? $5.99 into 11. That's okay. That was sitting. Get that $11 back. Hopefully get two nice shirts, two cool shirts, and sell them for $50 for the pair. Let's see. Good morning. Today is my 90 days starting on eBay. 106 sales. Poshmark 1 week and 7 sales. What's the Facebook group name? Josh, congratulations. If you go to Google and just type Surf's Resell Community, it will be the first thing there. Search Resell Community. It's a free group. I'm not about doing Patreons and charging people and all that stuff. It's cool if you guys are and into that. Totally fine, not judging. But I think it's cool to have a place where people can come in and share their finds and bolos for free. Do you pay to advertise or promote your listings? If so, what percentage do you profit marketing? Kathy, I only pay to promote my oversaturated items. Polo Ralph Lauren button-up shirts, Under Armour shorts, Under Armour shirts, polos, Nike polos. Those are the only things I promote at 4%. I don't promote my whole store. FootJoy, we're still on Poshmark. FootJoy polo right here. This one's not bad. The styling. We got a different color on top. We got some stripes, whatever. FootJoy polos just don't sell really well. Golf Club of Indiana. Talking a lot about Indiana. I took an offer for $14. I'm basically taking offers for anything on these FootJoys that are plain or with a thing on the side of them because FootJoys have just fallen off for me. Again, look at me. I'm doing good. I'm doing Poshmark stuff. Go Chief. Let's go. What's up, Felix? Felix, I'm sorry I had to leave you guys late last night, but I got to get my sleep. Play video games with my boys, the Dream Team. And I'm usually the first one to get off because I'm like, and it's midnight. I'm like, guys, I got to go. How does the promotion percent work? I never understood that. Sure, I can explain that really easy to you. And then I'll answer some of your guys' questions too. So promotions on eBay, you promote your item, and eBay does a few things with it. It will push it up when people search. If you go to like a website and on the side, there'll be like, if eBay advertises on that website and they know you're into Polo Ralph Lauren blazers, they might put your blazer right there on the side of that website as an advertisement. And so it's promoted through different ways through eBay. eBay takes your item and basically advertises it other places. If it sells through that method, so if someone clicks on that shirt through the eBay promoted or that blazer and buys it, eBay gets whatever promoted a percentage you put on there. Mine's 4%. So eBay gets their 13% plus the 4% for promotion. Now, if you sell that item organically, for example, someone types in Polo Ralph Lauren blazer patchwork size 40R and mine pops up and they buy it, they found that organically, their eBay will not charge you that 4%. So just because you do promoted listings does not mean you'll always get charged that promoted listing price. If they find it organically, then you won't get charged that. It's basically like eBay doing a campaign for your item. Blade collar polo shirt. I sold 2 of these. Actually, you'll see another one on eBay. I always talk about Nike. I don't pick up all Nike, but I do pick up blade collar. So blade collar looks like this. And this one has this big, huge hit on the sleeve. Ugly. If it didn't have this hit, it would be like a $30 shirt and it would have sold a lot quicker. It sold for $20. Again, over on Poshmark. Good morning, friends. What do you mean organically, Heather? So like if it sells like naturally, like if someone, like I said, I explained it, like if someone types in a Lululemon black shirt into eBay and they put in size large and they see yours right there and they like it and they buy it, you will not get charged that promotion through eBay. because they found it by looking up your shirt. If eBay, if you're on another website, or eBay basically takes your item and puts it like advertises your item in other different places, and if someone buys it through their campaign, then you'll get charged that. So organically just means like someone looks up your item like normal, and they purchase it like normal. So that was $5 into 20 for that one. Next item we'll do. I sold 2 Robert Graham polos this weekend. So let's see how this was a 3XL. I only picked these up if they're really big, or special. This doesn't even have any type of hit on it. So honestly, I wouldn't even recommend getting this shirt. I mean, it did sell. It's a big size, but there's nothing on it that says Robert Graham. There's no hit right here. There's not even any flip cuffs over here. So it sold. I mean, it sold for $19. So I paid $5. It sold for $19. The reason it sold, I think, is because it was a bigger size. Bigger sizes sell. So I don't recommend picking. I don't like getting Robert Graham polo shirts unless things like that. It's a big one. What's up, Tammy? Good morning. Good morning. All right, back to you guys. Anyone sell? Lily, sorry, you asked this a long time ago. Anyone selling a lot to Europe? I haven't had a lot of international sales, and when I do have them on eBay, I have no idea where they go. I just know they go to Illinois, which is my closest like international shipping center. Shoot, I just wasted 10 cents. If you're shipping stuff from Poshmark, ship it in free poly mailers from USPS. And I just did not do that. Just so used to it. No, so I don't know. I don't know where they go. I haven't had a lot of international sales this week. Do you pay to promote listings? If so, what did you get out of eBay's discount for buyers, or do you already give a discount? So what I do for now that I have Autoposher, I don't do discounts for buyers. I don't run sales. I have Autoposher send out offers. So anyone that's interested in my item, they get a 5% offer right now. I have it set up at 5%. I can change it at any time to a different percent. Right now, I have it set up at 5%. So anyone who looks or is interested in my item, they'll get an offer very soon after that for 5% off. This I've never found before. I just picked it up because it's $5. It's Mezzanine Maine, and it's Phil Mickelson. It's a Mezzanine Maine Phil Mickelson polo shirt. I'm like, wow, that's going to do well. I didn't even look up comps. I brought it home. The comps were actually not great. They were not great. This sold for, I took a best offer of $17. I thought it'd sell for a lot more. So to be honest, Mezzanine Maine definitely come off. A lot of you resellers know that. The polo shirts aren't that great. My best Mezzanine Maine shirts that sell are short sleeve with that wiki material that they're so well known for. Where do you sell the most on? eBay, Poshmark, Mercari? eBay. I sell the most on eBay. So this weekend I had a little over 30 sales on eBay, probably like 10 or 12 on Poshmark. I forget what I said earlier. Depop 0. Mercari, I had 3. Maybe all moms were spending the day spending eBay gift cards. Courtney, sorry to get to that. Yeah. So everyone says their sales were popping on eBay yesterday. She's saying maybe all the moms are spending eBay gift cards for Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day for all of you. Or happy belated Mother's Day. But guess what? It's over. Guess what's next? Father's Day. That's right. So get your shopping ready to go. Even though it's a month away, Mother's Day is over. Done with it. If an item is unable to be delivered due to address, what do I do on my part? If an item was unable to be delivered due to an insufficient, so it went out to the person and then it came back to you because the address wasn't right. Wait till it comes back to you. Refund the buyer just the cost of the item. I would not refund them the cost of the shipping. That is not on you. If they provided that shipping to eBay or wherever, that is not on you. I would refund them, contact them and say, listen, this is the message I got through eBay. I'm refunding you on your original purchase price. If you want it again, Change your address on eBay. Our daughter just graduated medical school in Indianapolis. My husband and I have been watching videos on reselling for several months. We're getting ready to start reselling on to prepare to save money for retirement. Let's go. So appreciative of what you do. Everyone who shares their experiences and knowledge about reselling. Thank you. Twilight, thank you so much for saying that. That's a really nice comment. Congratulations for your daughter graduating medical school. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal. So appreciate her going into that field. Then yeah, I'll keep on keeping on here, sharing information so you can save up for retirement for whatever else or extra money in retirement. So do you do that $70 a month on arbitrage? It seems high. I haven't been able to justify it yet for PA. So it's up to you as far as how many items you have in your store listed. I said this at the beginning, and again, new people come in and out. I sold 32 items on eBay this weekend, right? That would be my normal weekend. 30 items, 32 items. Now that I cross list, I sold an extra 12, whatever I said, 12 or 14 on Poshmark. That wouldn't have happened without AutoPosher. So I had an extra 12 or 13. And then 3 on Mercari. So in one weekend, it paid for it. In one weekend, my sales paid for AutoPosher. On top of that, AutoPosher is a 100% write-off when you do taxes the next year. So if you want more sales and you have a decent amount of items in your store, I think it's a no-brainer. So I got an extra 15 sales or so this weekend because of AutoPosher, because I cross-listed and sent out offers and shared and all that stuff. Arbor Day is more celebrated than Father's Day. No one likes us. I know, Elliot. No one likes us. For shipping international, choose USPS first class priority. Is that the correct choice? For shipping international, you can choose anything that you want. It just depends. It's just like anywhere else in the US. You can choose anything. You can choose priority. I don't know if you can use anything, but I've done priority and I've done first class, both. Thank you from Texas. You're welcome, Laura. All right, next item. I'm going to save 2 for last on Poshmark. These are a pair, speaking of, Tam, if you're still on here, Bonobos. Bonobos pants. These stuck out to me. I've never seen Bonobos pants with a stretch waistband like this with the, like, those. Why am I drawing a blank? The waist ties. And they're not joggers. Do you think they would be joggers? They're not. Basically, they're like, they're nice chino, like casual chino pants that are really comfy, right? That's what these are. Even, look, button pockets in the back. So these are like chino pants. You wear it with an untucked shirt, untucked, so people don't see you. There's no belt, and they're comfy. I'm going to send these out in a padded flat rate envelope because they're just so easy. This is the best thrifting channel on YouTube. Will, I appreciate you saying that. But there's got to be better ones. There's got to be better ones. I appreciate you saying that. Just being up there to say you get something from the channel, that's cool. I'm fine with that. How about being one of the most positive channels? That's what I like. That's good. Tam, I waited to cross list, but once I started, it paid for itself in one weekend. Don't wait to do it. Do not wait to do it. Tam has messaged me multiple times. We both were talking. And she's like, okay, I'm going to finally do it. That's exactly what happened. She sold enough items on Poshmark in one weekend to pay for AutoPosher. And then I'm like, go ahead and do Mercari and Depop too. And she was like me, like, just one at a time. Like, that's why I was like. And then I was like, wait a minute. I can just click a couple extra buttons and list on those other platforms too. Done. Your attitude's good. Also, Big Jumbo is really good. Big Gumbo. Big Yumbo. What's Big Yumbo? What's Big Yumbo? What am I missing out? I have 110 items listed on Mercari only. My business model, 2 items a day sold, 3P price. Yep, the 3 Ps, product, price, picture. I love it, Daniel. I don't know where you heard that, but at the beginning, that's what I said, but I didn't say it like that. The 3 Ps, product, price, and picture. Those are the 3 most important things, in my opinion, with reselling. I can make a video on that. Won't go viral or anything, whatever. I don't care. But to me, those are the most important things, period. period. What will be a decent size of inventory? I don't know. I'd say 250 or so would be a good thing to think about cross listing, because you'd have 250 on one website, eBay or Poshmark, and then if you cross list, you have 250, which would be really like 1,000 items for people on different platforms. People look at different eyes. I'll get your questions. I've had this for a while too. Polo Ralph Lauren 3XB, just a regular swimsuit with just a cargo pocket on one side and the little hit down here. This sold on Poshmark. I didn't even counter offer them. I just took the offer, $19. I paid either $1.99 or $3.99 for these. Some thrift stores around here price them at $3.99, some $1.99 for swim trunks. So humble, Felix, so humble. I'll be honest too. I'll be honest. I'm not good at Call of Duty. Since Felix is in here, I'll be honest. Now, Bearded's not in here. K-Way's not in here. But since Felix is in here, I'm the worst. I'm not good. It's okay. Trying to get better. And I have fun. Oh, gosh. Look who came. I don't even want to talk to this guy right now. I'll tell you why in a second. But I was really good, too. Oh, gotcha. Are there any brands you would still pick up even if they had a flaw? Yes. I don't know why I have this still sitting here. Smartwool. Smartwool is a brand that I would pick up even if it had a little bitty hole in it or a pole. This is a brand. So going along with that, almost all really good hiking brands, if it has a little flaw in it, I'll still pick it up. CC Filson, anything like that for the right price. Polo Ralph Lauren. This is another thing that I wanted to talk about. I don't really pick these up too often anymore. The reason I picked this one up is because it's a Polo Ralph Lauren Pima Soft Touch, and it's got kind of a good colorway. Pink pony with the blue stripes. I really don't pick these up anymore because they're very, very slow sellers, but it still sold for $18 on Poshmark. So it still sold for $18 on Poshmark. I paid $5 for it. I agree with you. Such a great morning light for us resellers. I learn from you all the time. Angel with the bow. Thanks, girlfriend. Thanks. What's up, Joel? What is up, Joel? Good seeing you. Auto Posture's great. If you're on the fence, just do it and try it for a month. I agree. Just do it. Try it for a month. And use that $5 off. SourceOfFinds.com. What about policy, pepper, and patience? Yeah, see, so the Big Apple picker just came in here, and that dude and I have, like, I'm usually positive, but that dude and I are having some beef right now because Big Apple is New York, right? New York. And the New York Knickerbockers, a.k.a. the Knicks, are playing the Pacers right now, and I'm a huge Pacer fan. I'm in Indy, always have been. They're paying the Pacers, and Indy's back. If you didn't know, Indy's back in the playoffs, and we absolutely smoked the Knicks yesterday, obliterated them. At the end of the third quarter, both teams pulled all their starters out because the game was over at the end of the third quarter. So, Big Apple, in your face, in your face. Okay, Hurley. I want to save these for the end. These do not sell on eBay for me very well, and I used to pick them up all the time. But if I find these Hurley that are boardwalk shorts, a lot of time I call them boardwalk because they're like they could be a hybrid. They're like a board short / regular short. They've been selling for me on Poshmark. So this one right here sold for $17. So I'll give you a good look at it. This is not, usually I say get the ones that say Nike on the back. This one says H2O or dry H2O. So either way, you'll have Hurley on one side, and then if you can find something on the other side, that usually means it's a little better than normal. Normally at TJ Maxx, some places, they don't have that extra thing on the other side. I know it's weird, the extra thing, but that's what it is. Boom, baby. You know, lights out last night. That's right, Daniel. It was lights out. Sorry if you're not if you're not here for basketball, but I love the Pacers. And the Knicks and Pacers had that big rivalry. Remember back in the 90s when the famous Reggie Miller and Spike Lee, when Reggie was like this, like the Knicks choked and Reggie scored 9 points in like 9 seconds. and the Knicks just never could beat the Pacers, Knicks fans are really mad, right? Big Apple? Right, Big Apple? You're on the top of my best things for Monday morning. Red face heart shape. Thanks, running. Appreciate it. Yeah, Monday mornings are going to be my for sure like staple. Get on here, talk to you guys, bring in the positive vibes, and talk about sales. So, $17 for that Hurley. I'm telling you this because maybe this is something to pick up because a lot of people pass up on it. Someone bought 2 Hurley shorts, both size 30, which is small, on Poshmark. So they bought 2 of them. One has Phantom on the back. So again, but all the thing with all of these Hurley shorts, they're all again that polyester type of material. The 2 of these sold on Poshmark for a combined $39, and they cost me $3.99 a piece. So $8 into $39. Not too bad. So maybe something to consider when you're out thrifting. Hurley shorts that are like a wicking material. Back, you mean finally showed up? Took 60 years. Took only 60 years, Big Apple. I'm just going to go research the Knicks and Pacers history. That's it. I don't need to talk. I'll just let it be. Speed Racer, are you a Knicks fan too? No, it's a really good series. It's 2-2. Really good series. It's really fun to watch. I'd recommend it. All right, guys, we're on eBay now. So we're all done with Poshmark. We're on eBay. We had a lot of good eBay sales. We had 32 of them. So you're in for the long haul with me. Sorry about you. I'm about to flip my pile over. Because I printed them off the wrong way. Doug, what's up? Let's see. Hurley seems to sell on Poshmark. Sold some shirts, of course. Depends by cost. Yeah, Audrey knows for sure Poshmark. She's like a Poshmark expert. I don't pick up Hurley shirts or anything, but maybe that's something to think about too. By cost. Yeah, so it'd be like, I don't know. Those are $3.99. It's worth it for me for those. Hicks versus Knicks. Go Pacers. That's right. Let's go. What's up, Doug? Sales are up a little, not too much. Up a little, Doug, is better than down a little or down a lot. So up is good. We want to be up. What's up, Sean? Never come to Goodwill by Perry High School. They never put anything out. I don't. That's on the other side of town for me. The Indiana Pacers never won an NBA championship to join the league in 1990. Felix, why are you joining this conversation? You're in Chicago. I don't have beef with Chicago. I don't like Chicago because they had Michael Jordan and beat us every year and we had no chance, but don't bring Chicago into this conversation. A side of you we haven't seen. I know, Angel, it's a side of me. I'm competitive with my Colts and my Pacers. I am. Stop putting Poshmark orders in Polly Miller bags. Did I do it again? All right, let's go to eBay. Let's not do that anymore. Let's not do that. Russ. Okay, nope, we're at the bottom. We're doing Russ. Okay, first eBay item that sold. That's not Russ. That is not Russ. Harold. All right. We'll figure that one out later. All right. Harold bought a Hugo Boss shirt. I don't normally buy cotton Hugo Boss. I do like Hugo Boss when they're polyester because a lot of times they're like with Andy Reddick or whatever. But this is Hugo Boss. It had the big boss right there. When you find Hugo Boss now, the newer ones, they just say boss on it. Like a boss, like the Pacers. They just say boss on it. This sold for $17.50. Not a great pickup, but that's what it is all year, this time of year. What's up, Buried? Buried and Bearded are going to be hanging out. They're going to be spooning together this week. In fact, he's just more competitive than the actual Colts. And finish that comment. Awful. Is there a mod? Can they just get Big Apple out of here until the series is over? He might not want to join back in once the Pacers win, though. Let's see. What's up, Sandy? Nuggets, baby. The Nuggets are cut. How about that? Both two teams that won both games on the road. That's crazy. That's got to be some sort of rare occurrence. Look at this. I have a whole bucket of these, and they have not been selling. So this weekend, I'm like, I'm going to price them down. I didn't yet, and I sold 2. What do I do? So these are Columbia. I got these for $2.50 a piece. Retail arbitrage, buried. You know if you know. And they sold for $18.99 a piece. This is just one sale right here. This is going to Michelle. She bought it for her husband for Father's Day. She's thinking ahead. Let's go, Michelle. Yeah, where did Apple go? He's gone, dude. So they're going to Florida probably in a month. What are the Goodwill stores I should go to? Sean, I don't know. I have no idea. When I was down there, it was very hit and miss. Like up here, the prices were a little bit more. But go to red, white, and blue if they have them, wherever you're going. Those are good. Like what K-Way goes to, those are good. Or ask K-Way. He knows. He knows. But he didn't go to too many Goodwills. What are they? Show me the barcode. No. Put them on Amazon. No, I'm not doing Amazon right now. Can't force me. You keep trying to force that upon me. I'm not. Oh, shoot. Did I forget to get those? Dang it. I forgot to go get those. It's okay. It's okay. I sold a pair of cleats. You know, my normal deal. Again, retail arbitrage on those cleats. I bought like 150 of them. Sold a pair. I'll need to go get those after the live. This is why I want you guys to stick around. We have a lot of different things we sold today. So here are, people ask me what Levi's I pick up. Here's a random pair of Levi's, right? Black wash. So let's talk about it. Black wash is usually pretty good. It has an orange tab. An orange tab. That really helps out the value. Good size, 38 by 32. That helps out the value. And if these are made in the USA, it'd be good. They're not. They're assembled in Mexico, but that's okay. But if they were made in the USA, that'd even be better. It sold for $32.88. It's got to be an auto posture sale. It's got to be an auto posture sale. I saw Facebook, you are not 50. No, I'm not 50. I was saying I sold 50 items. Did I say 50 years old? Yeah, 50 years old. Because of the skit. If you guys are just now joining, you know the skit on Saturday Night Live. I'm 50. I'm 50 years old. I'm 50 years old. Yes, this is going out in a padded flat rate on eBay. 50 years old. I'm going to try Amazon next month. Okay, there you go, Angel. Buried's the one to talk to. Buried, Travis George, Lion Creek. They all can help with that. I sold a shirt from Sierra, $95 yesterday at Amazon. Took 2 days. I know. I know. So let's talk about it. Amazon, Buried does really well on Amazon. New clothing, new shoes, new. Retail arbitrage type stuff, even online arbitrage. So that's another thing you can do if you're looking for another outlet to resell. He does really well. He'd rather do Amazon than anything else. So that's another thing that's an option, guys. Amazon. So I don't know what FBA or something. I don't know what they are, but that sold for $32.88. Again, black wash, almost made in the USA, orange tab Levi's. Sold a Travis Matthew hat, paid $5 for it, sold for $15. You guys know the deals with these. Most of them I have at $20. This particular one, I had a whole bunch. They weren't selling, so I sold them at, I have these listed at $15 a piece, and they're selling. Yeah. I'm not ruining any retail. Look, I'm not ruining any retail spots. Buried's coming in here saying I got stuff from Sierra. That's it. No, Surfs is 100 years old. I know. Sometimes at night I feel like I am. These guys make fun of me because I go to bed early, like 11. I do just okay. I mean, but you do well enough to do it. So Amazon's an option for people. Can't use a cross lister. So, hey, Facebook, YouTube, you guys still around? Do you listen to a certain Discord or podcast? Do you listen to a certain Discord or podcast? To be honest, when I spend my time, I either watch people live on here Like, I don't know why this person's like, I'll watch whoever's on this morning after me. Usually K-Way goes live in the mornings on Monday. I'll watch him. I'll talk about how cute he is or something like that. And then I'll listen to finance stuff. So I like to listen to finance stuff. I like to listen to economy. But I also, K-Way got me listening to Pure Hustle podcast. Pure Hustle podcast are two resellers. They have like maybe 500 podcasts by now or something like that. I listen to some of theirs. And then I also watch a little bit of some YouTube videos. But yeah, that's what I listen to. But if I'm interested in something new, then I'll watch that. I'll YouTube that. So I'll YouTube that. Hit lots of Amazon or hit lots of amazing garage sales on Friday. Picked up lots of great items for $1, $2. Went out again on Saturday. Those people were ridiculous. They were selling things at $18 to $25 for Polo Ralph Lauren. Crazy. Lulu, you're still here. You just said, what's up, Lulu? I'm not going to forget what you said about my Whatnot show. I'm never going to forget that. Hey, but that's awesome. Yeah. Polo Ralph Lauren for $25 at a garage sale like last week with me. I remember that. It was awful. I thought these were going to sell way sooner, but they didn't. That's okay. They still sold. These are Levi 501 shorts with the rainbow on the side. So men's, I'm guessing like even the tabs got the rainbow. So like LGTB plus Q, all that stuff. I'm all for it. Whatever you do, you. But these sold. I thought they'd sell quicker. $28. $28 for these. They're going out ground. They're going out ground. Prices are ridiculous. Everything is broken, stained, and awful. Dan, what's that? Good morning and happy Monday. I'm from Connecticut. Only red, white, and blue. I'm from Connecticut with only red, white, and blue. Everything's stained and awful. Like your red, white, and blue up there. Ooh, I'm glad we don't have it here then. I wasn't that impressed with it when I went to Florida. It could have just been the time that I was there. I don't know, but I wasn't that impressed. Jessica. What was that last item? Okay. Why is that on that box? Okay. We're good. Good idea. Good idea to short Chipotle. No, Chipotle just keeps. To be honest, everyone's getting squeezed right now in the stock market. I'm not shorting anything right now. Wish Auto Posher would add SD for vintage stuff. Yeah, reach out. I think the more you reach out to whoever, Vindu, Auto Posher, whatever, and be like, I'd really. It'd be awesome if you added this. It'll get it in their mind and it'll make them think I could get more clients doing this. So Mary, reach out to them. Reach out. Hey, do you think you'll ever have SD on here? Before I saw the Levi's patch, I thought those were Aviator Nation. Those would have sold really quickly if they were Aviator Nation. That's for sure. Okay, next item were Travis Matthew, new with tags. Bought these retail arbitrage too. Bought these. I think these were $11 a piece or so. I sold these for $29.99. Travis Matthew, new with tags for $29.99. So I should tell you if you find them used, I wouldn't expect close to that. I sell mine for about $18 used. I'm not impressed with red, white, and blue here in Houston. There you go. See, I wasn't that impressed with it. They are getting canceled for their portion sizes. Oh, I'm sure by you. You are the food critic, and I love it. Yeah. Their Chipotle keeps raising their prices, but people still go. So they have complete price control, and so their earnings are really good, like every time. Which Auto Posture would Florida was terrible in me reselling. Colorado is much better. Florida is terrible for you with reselling. Colorado's much better. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, most of us, if you're new, follow K-Way shop. Otherwise, we follow K-Way, and he's in Florida, and he does really well. So I don't know. I'm sure there's people here in Indy that say it sucks here, but I do fine. I'm trying to get full-time reselling. Great information. Hey, you're welcome, and I'll keep bringing it. Let's go to the next item. Speaking of, Earlier, I talked about that blue blade collar. What did that just say? I talked about a blue blade collar. This one is a green one with a better like vibe. You can see the kind of like V in it. It's got metal buttons. It's a modern fit. That's a blade collar. So if this wasn't a blade collar, I'd be lucky to get $17.99 on this. And it would probably sit for like a few months minimum. So if this had a regular collar, $17.99, because it has a blade collar, $32.99, and it sold within 2 weeks. So $32.99 on this, sold within 2 weeks. So I like blade collars. Do I ship to Asia? I don't know. I ship to the International Shipping Center, and it ships wherever the person bought it from. People complain about Chipotle and go in line, but anytime I go, the line is out the door. Yes. People complain about Chipotle, yeah, and anytime you go, the line's out the door. Listen, they have price control. Supply and demand. People want it. It's going to be it. It's going to be it. All right, next item. These are, again, Adidas, the 365 all the way around stretch. If you guys watch me long enough, you guys know I picked these up. They sell really quick. I guarantee $18.99. So what I list these for, they sell really, really, really quickly, like within a couple weeks. So the Adidas 365 shorts, a lot of people pass up on those. I get them for $3.99 and they sell really quick. Why not pick those up? Tech also lives in Florida and he's the GOAT. Agree. Lulu, I agree. Tech is the GOAT. Tech in sports is the GOAT, and he does live in Florida. He lives near like Fort Lauderdale area, I'm pretty sure. He does well. And always has done well. Let's see. Next item. Another pair of those. Buried, if you're still on here, come back over. I know you're probably working. Here's your scoop. Men's. Here it is. Take a screenshot. There you go. $18.99 is what I paid for these. These are Columbia shorts. I paid $2.50. I sold them for $18.99. Colorado is full of stuff. Lots of local hiking stuff and other states want to pick up. Yes, Josh, that's what I would think I'd find in Colorado. And that's what I'd love to find that stuff. Cool, Arc'teryx, all that stuff. Even the really high-end brands of outdoor gear, like Montclair, all that sort of stuff. A new paid subscriber here. What? You don't listen, Kathy. If you guys are on Facebook, do not pay to subscribe to me. Do not do it. You guys do not need to do that at all. It's not going to make any bit of difference. I appreciate you, but next month, you don't need to subscribe to me. Don't. I appreciate you being in here, Kathy. Where can I find your story on how you start reselling, how long you've been doing it, etc.? And do you sell mostly men's items, Kathy? So, real quick, I started reselling clothing in 2016. I had experience with reselling on eBay since 2001. I sold antiques and collectibles, a ton of them. And then in 2016, I switched over to clothing because that was the most abundant. My dad stopped doing estate sales, so I had no outlet to get that stuff. That's where I started. And I started with just men's clothing, and I mostly do men's clothing. I do just a little bit of women's clothing. I'm actually going to do a piece of women's clothing here in a second. So that's how I got started. I was a teacher for 13 years. It was my side hustle. It brought in just as much as I got teaching. And then I decided I was going to leave teaching and do this full time. Our local Goodwill organization district here in South Florida, a Gulfstream Goodwill, is no longer going to siphon goods to the website. They're also going to bring back the color sales. Diane, let's go. I'm telling you, they're starting to do that here. And I saw that in Florida too. They stopped doing a lot of stuff to the website and put it in the store and maybe put it behind the counter for a little higher price and start doing sales. Listen, Goodwill's feeling the squeeze too. Our prices have come down. They went up. They're starting to come down. They're feeling it. It's ebbs and flows. They got greedy there for a while. Everyone's called them out. They probably have felt it on their bottom line, and that's that. I be cool. This is a really good brand to be on the lookout for women's. It's golfing or tennis. They always have like a vented sheer, I guess you would say, underneath there. Bought these for $22 a piece. Sold it for $44.99. It's going international. Have no idea where it's going other than to Chicago. And I bought a ton of these. Retail, online arbitrage, either one you can do. $22 into $44.99. And I bought a ton of them. So that's something to look into. Let's see. I'm trying to go full-time reselling. Great information. Appreciate you. All right. Next item. I'll answer your question too. Also, ties are popping off right now. Sold 5 in the past week. Josh, I also think that since the pandemic, is kind of gone, and people are having to go back into work and dress up and work. I think there for a while, dress casual was the way, and now people are dressing up again and wearing suits and ties and blazers and all that. My blazers and suit sales have also risen. So could be the reason. That's my guess. But yeah, that's good. Ties popping off for you. Everyone, write that down. Do you buy retail on sale, i.e. Ross, Marshalls? Yep. And third, I am seeing a lot of sellers scanning items and then buying on sale and reselling on retail. By the way, my son has a Chipotle hookup, so we get free at least once a week. Lucky, Laura, those Chipotle people work hard. They better get paid well. I was watching them the other day. I went to Chipotle. Dude was scraping the grill. I'm like, those dudes' traps were like out there from doing that. Here is a blazer. Speaking of blazer, I sold this for a little bit less than I wanted to. I sold it for $50. I could have sold it for more, but it's an older label. It's Samuelson. Samuelson is a blazer brand a lot of people don't know or might not know, and it sells really well. They're high end. It's a high end blazer or suit. This sold for $50. I paid $7.99 for it. What I do, I fold the buttons in like that, fold the sleeves in like that with the buttons, and then I roll it up so all the buttons are not exposed. It's rolled up, and I put it in a padded flat rate envelope. Yes, I do buy retail arbitrage and online arbitrage. I do both. I live half an hour north of Tech. Had never seen him. Fortunately, we don't really look for the same stuff. That's good, Diane. Yes, that's good. And I don't know how often he actually he's kind of retired-ish, I think. I think I used to listen to their podcast way before the pandemic. I've known of Tech and Sports for a long time. I've listened to them. Him saying I listed 120 items a day. I'm like, how is that possible? Dude did. I don't think I don't know if he still resells a whole bunch anymore. I think he's more of like showing people how to do it and teaching. Okay, so this is what sold on eBay. I started this mitt. This is a baseball catcher's mitt. I don't see a lot of these, but listen, guys, whenever they're hard goods and I think they're nice, I will look them up and I will buy them. I'm not strictly clothing. So I found this mitt. It was $5.99. It was $5.99. This mitt started at an auction at 99 cents. It sold for $112.50. So the reason I started at auction is because I couldn't find one just like it. There were similar emblems or similar logos on them, but not in the same spots. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just do an auction on it. I have $5.99 into it. Sold for $100 and whatever I just said. So good sale on that. Good sale on that. How many items do you list today? Usually around 15. For the international eBay orders, you can click on the order. Oh, okay. So if I want to see where it sold to, I can click on the order. That's what I could do. I don't do it because with international shipping on eBay, once it's gone, it's gone. You'll never see it again. But if you're interested to see like where stuff goes in the world, which is like a cool curiosity, that's something you could do. You can click and see where they bought it from. Oh gosh, I could sell those for a lot more. All right, here we go. But yeah, Paid $5.99 for this. I'm gonna go all the way around on this box. Sorry for that. I know it's loud, but this is an Amazon box, and this tape lasts like one doorstep, like only to one doorstep. Otherwise, it breaks. So that's going. We're on here a long time today, guys. We got a lot of stuff. We have the color sales in our Goodwill, but not color sale prices are really high. But non-color sale prices are really high. All right, so you really have to find, Laura, like the best items, right? If you're going to be spending that money, like the bread and butter stuff's probably priced too high. You get those on the half off days. It's grad wedding season. It is grad wedding season. That could be the ties and it's in the suits and the blazers. So I strictly pulled out all my blazers that are linen or cotton or unlined. Those are the blazers I'm listing right now. Anything that's a tweed or a wool suit, even though those will sell, I'm doing those second. Those are second. I found an Alan Flusser seersucker suit this weekend at a yard sale. Should I sell together or separate sizes? If it's a full suit, sell that Alan Flusser suit full. I would sell the pants and the top with it as a full suit, 100%. 100%. People will wear full seersucker suits. Do you offer returns or no returns of sold items? So I do returns on all my items. I offer returns. Might as well do returns because eBay is going to make you. Pretty much that's how eBay is. You'll learn that. But yeah, I do returns. But buyer pays returns for me. The only time buyer doesn't pay return if it's a mistake on me. If there's a hole in this shirt and I didn't see it, and they get it and they say there's a hole in the shirt, usually I just say keep the shirt. I'll refund you. Or I'll pay for return shipping. But this is a J. Crew, chambray, however you call it, shirt. Sold it for $20. These sell well. Again, I don't buy all J. Crew, but these. They feel like denim shirts that have been washed a million times. They're lighter weight, but they feel like denim. Paid $5, sold for $20. It's a size medium. Going to Mark. Yeah, that's what my gowns sell. Yeah, and also with prom and stuff too. Well, I guess prom would be more for gowns. It would be prom. Be more tuxedos for guys. He is just in the flea market. He just disseminated our flea market. Oh, down there in Florida. Do you go over Goodwill bins? I don't. I don't go to the bins. I just don't have time for them. I don't have time for them. Yeah, check that is. I got you, Diane. Yeah, I just don't have time for them. Good morning. Do Autoposher automatically delist when it sells from other platforms? JD, yes. So as automatic delist detection. So all these items that sold, I can show you here. I'll show you guys too real quick. Autoposher. Okay. Why is this so? You guys. Okay. Look how little hearts flipping coming in. All right, flip camera. So those are new. This is Autoposher right here. I think I'm sharing it with you guys. I am. This is Autoposher. So you click up here. I'm going to go to my inventory, which is my cross lister. And I'm going to go over to sold. So these are all items that sold. So you're going to see me pack this item up here in about like 5 minutes. This item sold on eBay and it automatically delisted across to all platforms. I didn't have to do that. You're going to see me pack this one up here in a few minutes. You're going to see me pack this one up. You see where it sold, and then it's delisted on those platforms. This one I just packed. It sold on eBay. It delisted across all the platforms. So, yes, automatic delist detection. These Puma shorts, bad sale. I'm going to pack those up in a second. It's sold on eBay, delisted. So that is how that worked. You guys can all say hi to each other. There we go. That was easy. Saul, the brothers moved to Autoposher. Saul, the brothers moved to Autoposher. Ralph, what brothers? What brothers? Next item is a pair of cool shorts. Cool. If ever they have cargo, guys, price them up a little bit more. Cool with the cargo shorts. These sold for $29.99. They don't bring as much as they used to for me. I also like selling stuff pretty quick. They were $3.99, sold for $29.99. Probably could have gotten like $33 maybe for them. I'm not sure. But so I listed these last week. Almost all these items I listed really quickly. And yeah. And JD, if you want auto posture, like I said, you get $5 off. SurfSupFinds.com. Mark. Going to Mark. Next sale. Oh, it's only 10. I feel like we've been on here a really, really long time. It's only 10. Come on, guys. Here's that Polo Ralph Lauren that I just showed you that got delisted. This is a white button-up short sleeve. If you find these and they're not stained, pick them up, especially for $5. These sell really, really well. $22.99. I listed this Friday, I think. I listed this Friday. Polo Ralph Lauren white short sleeve shirt. I don't find them very often. Never been to the bins. The bins in Lake Worth have terrible reputation. But I have Fort Lauderdale is a lot better. Fort Lauderdale probably be a lot better because they get a lot more, probably get a lot of high-end stuff that people miss at the Goodwills and send them to the bins. I like the bins. You can get good stuff at the bins. People make a full-time living off the bins. I just, with my time, I feel like I'm guaranteed to find items doing my thrifting route than going to the bins. I'm going to the bins. All right. That's sold $22.99. Bought it for $5. Southern Tide. Retail arbitrage. Southern Tide. I bought this for $8.99. If you saw my short or reel recently, wherever you guys are, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, I bought these for $8.99. I sold it for $32.99. I've sold like a few of these already. $8.99. So again, by cost. I could price these lower than everyone else because it's the right item and I'm the right cost, the right price. A little cheap. Auto Posture is the name of the app. Yes. You can go to surfsupfinds.com and you'll see it there. And there's a discount. Just sold a green polo like that. Yes. I'm telling you, short sleeve button polos, all the way button, either button down at the collar or just button up. Those, they sell really well. The short sleeve ones. Better than long sleeve. Better than long sleeve. I found that out really like last summer. They just sell really well. If you're wondering what I'm doing over here, I'm just looking at my phone, making sure things are going the right buyer. Sold another pair of cleats. These pair of cleats have had a price down. So I had 3 different style of cleats that I bought. All of them were $10. I listed all of them at $40. This style were not selling. They were not selling. I'm like, what is up? I got on eBay and I saw mine were overpriced, everybody else's. So I had to lower my price on all of them. I paid $10. I sold them for $20. So sold them for $20. I'm still fine with that because I bought a ton of them and I can just list one item and then list a quantity of 20 or 25. So I'm fine with making $10 on that because it's really just listing one item. Good morning. Want to start doing this thrifting? Is it really easy to do? Nicole, it can. I mean, if you want it as a side hustle, yeah, it's not hard to do. If you like thrifting, if you like the hunt, if you don't mind doing all this stuff, it's good. I enjoy what I do every single day. I enjoy what I do every single day. What are the site I use again? Which are the site I should sign up to sell my stuff on? eBay or Poshmark. Those are 2 good ones to start with. Do you thrift every day? Yard sales? No, I do not thrift every day. It just depends on my inventory. If I have a ton of inventory, I thrift. I don't thrift a lot. If I'm running low on inventory, I'll do like all-day thrifts. I'll do like an all-day Wednesday or an all-day Tuesday, an all-day Thursday. I never thrift on the weekends. A lot of our thrift stores don't put a lot of stuff out on the weekends, and then that's when a lot of people go thrifting. I don't thrift on the weekends. I just listed this yesterday. This is an Orvis trout bum. Whenever I find these Orvis trout bums, I pick them up. They sell fast, not for a ton of money, but you always want to look for the Orvis with the little fish. That's going to be a trout bum. This is vintage. It's got the vents in the back. Sold for $17.99. Again, $5 into $17 very, very quickly. I'm cool with that. Cool with that. Good morning, Beth. Thanks for coming in. Do you have a reseller certificate where you don't pay tax when you buy? I don't have that. And if I did, I would only use that for like pallets. I wouldn't use that at Goodwills. I'll tell you why. because when you which is fine, you can if you want to. When I go to Goodwills, I'm getting like 5 items per Goodwill, maybe something like that on average. If I wanted to use a tax exempt form every time, they would have to call the manager from the back. The manager would have to come out. We'd have to do all this stuff. It's a pain in the butt for the manager, and I'd rather build the reputation with my thrift stores than do that. Now, if you're going to one thrift store and dropping $1,000, yeah, it's probably worth getting that. I would definitely think that. But me going to so many thrift stores and doing that, it would take a lot of time. The managers would get annoyed with me. The employees would get annoyed with me. The cashiers, all that sort of stuff. A cool shirt. I sold an identical shirt to this last week. I listed, it was super easy to list this because it just sold similar and changed the pictures and the size. This is a cool with concealed pockets right here. Actually, no, they're just pockets. Chest pockets, a cool shirt. It sold for $25.99. $25.99, going out ground. Thank you. It will be a side job. Yes, Nicole. Since it will be a side job, you don't have to rush into anything. Come on in. I can help you out. You love shopping. Do it. Do it. You'll also find that you'll find things for yourself. You're like, wow, this is really nice. You'll probably your whole wardrobe will change from thrifted items. But yeah, it's not hard to do. The biggest thing is just educating yourself on items. Just need to watch a ton of free content, learn the brands that are good. You can go to surfsupfinds.com, which is where I made a website. You can click on my eBay store and go to my sold listings, and you can see all the things I sold in the last 90 days, and that'll give you a good idea of the things I sell and how much I sell them for. I don't get paid or anything for that. Actually, I get penalized for that. That's like a click-through on eBay. I get penalized, but I'm totally fine. That's why I put my website up there, or that's why I put my eBay up there. Here's that FootJoy that we just went through on there. Thanks, Lish. With the heart, or with the, what is it? What are those? What are those, rings or something? This is a FootJoy. I just listed this. A sleeveless polyester vest. These do well for FootJoy. And you also just saw it was delisted over on AutoPosher. Sold for $24.99. These cost me $5.99 with the full zip. If it was just the vest with no zip, it would be $3.99. But it was $5.99. So $5.99 into $25. Again, Lish, you do not need to give me any of those gifts. That's crazy. Stop all that. Stop all that. I see you and I appreciate you. Do you keep all your receipts for taxes? You can insert that. I don't give a ton of tax advice. You just want to keep track. You just know you're going to have to pay taxes. You're going to have to get what I would recommend, if you're doing it seriously, get a CPA and then ask them what you need to do. Because every CPA does stuff different. My CPA, I do stuff different for my CPA. I do like average cost of goods. I keep all my, I have a business credit card, so I have every transaction I do on my credit card, all that sort of stuff. But yes, if you're planning on doing this, you're selling something for a profit, you have to report that profit to IRS and pay your taxes on that profit. At a certain amount you pay, eBay and Poshmark, whoever, will send a 1099 to IRS just to make sure you do pay your taxes on it. Puma shorts. So I'm pulling out all my spring and summer stuff out of my storage unit that I got during the winter. And Puma shorts I don't pick up anymore because they sell really nice Puma shorts at Costco for like $20 now. So Puma shorts, even with that all over 360, whatever, I don't pick them up anymore because they sell they sell cheap at Costco. These sold for $15. I bought them for $3.99. I'm not losing, but I'm not picking them up anymore. For the love of God, just get Jason Hayes spreadsheet. I switched 3 times before I did it. There you go. Like I said, get Jason Hayes spreadsheet. For the love of God, I know K-Way uses Jason Hayes spreadsheet. Jason Hayes spreadsheet. You can even go to YouTube and look up Jason Hayes. He has a YouTube on that spreadsheet, and you can buy it from there or whatever. But yeah, he has a spreadsheet. A lot of resellers in our community use that spreadsheet. Okay, here's that other Robert Graham. This is an extra large, but it's new with tags and it has a hit on it. Got this at a thrift store. Did not get this retail arbitrage. $4.99 It sold for $34.99. So I'm really happy this time of year to get $35 sales. Most sales are not $35 sales. So I'm happy to get that. So do taxes get taken out 2 times? Because they take out taxes when you sell an item. Usually also. So you are responsible to pay taxes on the profit you make on that item. So if I bought these for $3.99, sold them for $15, eBay takes their percent. eBay charges the buyer taxes, I think, and everything. If my profit on these are $9, my profit, I have to report that. So I would put in my cost of goods, deduct that. I put in my shipping or eBay, whatever, deduct that. eBay fees, deduct that. And whatever profit it is, I have to report it. So whatever tax bracket I'm in, if I'm in the 20 percentile tax bracket, I would have to pay 20% taxes on this item. Robert. Is this Robert? This is a Robert Graham going to Robert. How about it? What are the chances? Okay, next item. Ooh, how about this one? This is a good one. Maybe not to you guys. Resale Brothers also on YouTube. Okay, so Resale Brothers also on YouTube. Bought it. I rarely find cool here, but Cajus, yes. Yeah, I love Cajus. I rarely find Cajus here where I live. You probably find it in Florida because it's a lot of golf. Cajus is a really good golf brand, guys. If you can find it, I find it maybe 3 times a year at the thrift store, if that. I do it on ThreadUp. Thank you. Yep, for myself. Oh, there you go. There you go. ThreadUp for yourself. Hi, I'm very new and really appreciative of all your advice. I have some good goods to resell. What items sold better when you were selling vintage antiques? Whatever is desirable. So there for a while, Hummels, Yadros, Lalique, crystal, certain types of crystal, like Baccarat crystal, Waterford crystal, that stuff would sell well. And then a lot of that market just has completely fallen off. So it just depends what's hot right now. Vintage toys, like antique toys were really, really hot, like cast iron toys. They still bring good money, but they have fallen over the past, I would say, since about 15 to 20 years ago, they've fallen. But in replace of that, toys from the 80s and 90s have gone up. So it's just a constant battle. You just have to look up comps online. So if you have, let's say, I don't know, whatever, like a cast iron boat from New York, a ferry boat, cast iron ferry boat from New York, you'd look that up and then base your price upon that. This is an Indiana Fever. So if you guys know Caitlin Clark, the girl who is really popular from Iowa, all-time scoring leader in the NCAA, we drafted her, the Fever. So how about that? I've had this for like 2 years and it sold. Coincidence there? I think not. It's sales tax and then income tax. There you go. Yeah, talk with your CPA. I don't talk a whole bunch about taxes because I don't want to say something that's wrong. I just give my CPA what they want, like all the stuff that eBay sends me and all that, and all my receipt, all the stuff I give her all that stuff, and I have my own spreadsheet that I use. That sold for $20. I bought it for $5. Women's basketball. That's women's WNBA basketball. Is what that was. Next thing I sold, retail arbitrage, these chubby shorts. This is probably the most popular that you see. This colorway, you'll see these thrifting. If I find these thrifting and they're used, I still pick these up for like $3 or $4. They still sell well. These sold for $29.99. They'll still sell used for like $17, $18. Give really good advice. Appreciate it. I hope so. I don't want to give bad advice. Just sold that exact pair, but not new. Yes, this pair right here, this pattern is, I think, like the most popular chubby's pattern, and it sells really well. I have these. They're like sharks or fish or something. They don't sell near as well. I sell them, but not near as well. This was actually the last pair I had of these. I bought every single one I found at retail arbitrage during the winter because I like buying off season because no one's buying swimsuits in the winter. And you got to be smarter than that. Okay, next item is a pair of Patagonia shorts. Again, retail arbitrage. Patagonia shorts, paid like $12 for these, sold them for $39.99. Patagonia shorts, I think people did not buy these at the retail store because they're size small, and small usually doesn't sell as well. But guess what? There are small people out there, or middle school or high school kids that want these. $39.99. I'll take that. How often do I source? It just depends. So it just depends. Like sometimes I'll get my work done early in the day, and I just feel like that's a good thing. I can do whatever I want when I want. If I feel like I need to get out of the house and go source, I'll go source. But usually I do. Right now I'm doing 1 full day of sourcing a week. In the past I've done 2 full days. So that's like drop my daughter off, list in my car. I'll list in my car from like 8 to 9 because I list everything from my phone because I take pictures from my phone. And then from 9 until 4:30, I will thrift all day. And I live in Indianapolis and Metro City, so I can just ping pong from thrift store to thrift store all day long. I don't have big, long routes between stores. I can hit like 14 stores within that time. Let me make sure that's from the right person. But right now, I have enough inventory backlogged that I'm thrifting like 1 day a week and then maybe a couple thrift stores before I pick my daughter up or my son up, something like that. Next pair of cleats. Same thing, same size. Bought them for 10, sold them for 20. So I dropped the price. Now they're selling. I want them out. I don't know if I made a mistake. I'm still making money, but they don't sell as good as the other colorways. Let's see. I use my tax ID in Ohio. My vendor's license, I sign up once, put my phone number in, and it brings it all up. Ooh. I also use it because I sell local flea markets. It's definitely in each stage. Bobby loves to thrift. So in Ohio, you can put in your tax exempt ID at Goodwill and it stays in the system. That would be worth it. So if you do get a reseller's license or whatever and get a tax exempt ID and they have that, yes, for sure. That'd be worth it. If you're like, yeah, I'm tax exempt, they'll see that when they pop up your name. It'll go through. They don't have to get the manager's information or anything. That would be great. Hey, search, notice you charge 2 different shipping prices for your men's polo shirts you have listed on eBay. Is it because some listings are old? Probably, or the weights might be a little bit different. So I have some polo, like this is a good example. So like this polo right here, this Polo Ralph Lauren is very, very lightweight, like 8 ounces. 8 ounces. This one right here is more like 11 ounces. It's thicker. This is a Vineyard Vines. So that could make a difference. That could make a difference. This, I don't buy these anymore. I used to buy these all the time pre-pandemic, sell them for 20 all the time. I don't buy Under Armour hoodies anymore, ever. Never, ever, ever. Sold it for $13.99. I priced all of these down that I have, and they still aren't selling. Today is the first time one sold, or yesterday. $13.99. Get it out of here. Oh, dang. It's actually going priority. Whoop. Well, I just wasted a bag. That's okay. It's going priority. I could have used that bag. But yeah, that's how often I source. Morning, Leanne. Thanks for coming in. We did a lot of packing and listing. So if you want to rewatch this later, go ahead. It will be on YouTube. That sold again. Under Armour hoodies like that, I don't pick up. I will pick certain Under Armour hoodies up. If they're camo, I will pick those up. If they're $5, if they're $10, they can forget about it, not picking it up. Retail arbitrage. You guys have probably seen, this is like, I think I picked up 6 of these, and these have just been awesome. I bought them all for right around $50 or $60. This one I sold for $150. It's a patchwork blazer, men's Polo Ralph Lauren. I love patchwork Polo Ralph Lauren. I love Polo Ralph Lauren. What can I love Polo Ralph Lauren. Good morning, Amy, and hello from Canada. What's up, Canada? How are you up there in Canada, Amy? Are you ready for the Olympics this summer? I love the Olympics. I root for Canada. I cheer for Canada. I cheer for the U.S. I love the Olympics. This sold for to Grace. Canada always has a really good like dive team. They always have a good diving team, I feel like. Okay, last item that we're shipping, at least we'll see, is this North Face. Listen to this. At this store that was having a huge clearance in the winter, these kids' North Face jackets were $7.99 a piece. Brand new with tags. $90 on the tag. $7.99 a piece for these. So I was going through all the different sections and I ran across this. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, parents are always buying kids rain jackets. $7.99 for a North Face rain jacket. Listed it at $23.99 because a lot of them were a lot cheaper. $23.99, $7.99. I have a bajillion of these all day. All day. What's better? What's a better seller? Ralph Lauren or Polo Ralph Lauren? Polo Ralph Lauren is better than Ralph Lauren. Purple Label Ralph Lauren is better than Polo Ralph Lauren. Double RL is better than Polo Ralph Lauren. But the green label is not as good as Polo Ralph Lauren for the most part. Again, there's always a caveat. If you just get a plain Polo Ralph Lauren shirt that's a size medium, might sell for $14, but you find a Lauren Ralph Lauren blazer for the same price, that's a big size silk linen wool blend, sell for $50. So there's always, but for the most part, Polo Ralph Lauren. What store? I want North Face. Which site? I want a North Face. Which site? That's on my eBay. That's on my eBay store. $23.99. I got one for my kid, one for both of my nephews, and I also have camo ones. They're really cool. When you ship, do you do calculated shipping? Yep. RLX too. Yes, RLX is good. Polo Ralph Lauren. There's a ton of Polo Ralph Lauren. Denim and Supply, RLX, so many. Polo Country. But yes. I do calculated shipping on eBay. So I put in the weight and I put in whatever I'm shipping it in, the dimensions, and it goes out to the person based on their address and where I'm shipping from. So I don't have to worry about it. I just put in the weight, dimensions, calculated shipping, buyer pays shipping. eBay takes care of the rest. They pay, I print the label. I usually save money on shipping because I'm shipping it at home. They pay $8. I pay $6 for the label, and that's how that goes. So no tax on clothing in Pennsylvania. Ooh, I'm going to go thrifting in Pennsylvania. Hi, is that your inventory in the room? It is. Sophia, do you want to see how I do my inventory? Are there any new people to the channel? You guys want to see a crazy inventory system? In women, Lauren, Ralph Lauren. Morning, headed to the thrift. Big. Let's go get some good stuff to thrift. I'm sending you good vibes. Get some good stuff. Do you receive an email or offer buyer discount shipping? I did not receive that email. K-Way hasn't either. So I don't know. I haven't received that email. Good morning, Roger. Thanks for coming in. Okay. Here's my inventory system, everybody. This is my inventory system. It might look like a mess to everybody. It might give you a little bit of heebie-jeebies, but it's super efficient for me. And it's how I do my inventory. So what I do, I have about 80 bins in my basement. And here's 60, about 20 on the wall in the room next door. I had to expand. Every bin has a like item. For example, I always pull this one out because it's right here. These are all new with tags Levi's. So this bin is new with tags Levi's. Okay. Here's one that's a little bit more chaotic. This bin is all FootJoy polos. All FootJoy polos. So if I have a FootJoy polo, it goes in this bin. This bin right here are all brand new tags, Bad Birdie polos only. So this bin right here, all Under Armour polos that are solid, right? So the way I do it is I don't do any custom SKUs. For me, it saves me time. My process is I take pictures, I put them in a pile, I bring them down to my basement, I put them in like bins. When it sells, I know exactly which bin to go for. Let's say an orange striped Under Armour shirt sole. I go to my Under Armour striped bin right here, and I find, I don't know if I have an orange, but you'll see if I have an orange shirt, it's right on top. Boom. There's the item. So I don't have to put, when I take my pictures, I don't put a custom SKU. I don't put it in a separate bag with the number on it. I don't come down and put it in a custom SKU system and enter a custom SKU onto my store on eBay or anything like that, into my spreadsheet and all that stuff. I don't do any of that. Take pictures. I put it in like item bins. I know exactly where those bins are. I don't have any employees, so it works that way. I pull the item. That's how I do my inventory system. Might look like a mess, but it's super efficient for me. And yes, there's been plenty of times where people have been on here and have been like going to my eBay store and they're like, find this item. And I go and find it. Those who are on here can vouch. I can find it in like 2 seconds. Good morning. Good morning. We need to see the other room. Oh, Felix, I'll show you the other room here in a minute. If you're on TikTok. Do you thrift shoes? If so, which are sell the best? I feel like Vans, Converse are hit or miss for me. I'd say Nike overall sell well. Any running shoes sell really well for me. Brooks, all that sort of stuff. So if you look at my eBay store, look at my sold listings, you can see what shoes I sold recently. On Poshmark, I sold 3 pairs of shoes this weekend. A pair of Nikes, Allbirds, and some women's brand that's really expensive. I forget the name already. Do you see your items get really wrinkled storing that way? I don't. So, like, here's a bad birdie out of there. No wrinkles, right? So here's that same bin with the Under Armour shirts. No wrinkles. But shirts that do wrinkle, for example, this bin right here are all button-ups that are gingham check. So these all have the gingham check pattern to them. I fold these. And put them in the bins like this, and I can see exactly which one it is. So if the one that sells that's red, boom, it's right there. So button-up shirts I fold. So that's what's up with that. I like your system. Finally, a system that I know will work for me. Thanks for sharing it. You're welcome. There's a lot of systems out there. Watch everyone's channels. See what works best for you. I've had this system where all my stuff is on the corner in the room when I first started, on the floor, and I pulled whatever. It can change. This is just what works for me. But yeah, opted out, but still changing mine to new shipping. Oh, you opted out, but changing yours to new shipping. Okay, Tam. So you got the email. I haven't gotten that email. If it gets wrinkled, it gets wrinkled to shipping anyway. Not one time have I ever had someone complain about wrinkled clothing. Never. I'm not flexing or anything, but I've sold 32,000 items. 32,000 items. 0 people have complained about wrinkled items. Zero. So, or the way I pack an item. Never had bad feedback. Anything like that. You see how I pack my items? I fold it, put it in there, whatever. Never had bad. So, if you are spending a lot of extra time doing all the extra stuff and you want to be more efficient, list more items a day, maybe be like, hey, Surfs is doing it this way. It might not look the best, but he's not getting bad feedback and he's getting sales. So, you like eBay or Poshmark for a newbie? I don't know. I started with eBay, but I think Poshmark's really easy. And it's really easy to ship because you use like all priority if it's under 5 pounds. So I would do either one of those. I would say either one of those. Do I only do clothing? I do clothing and I will do hard goods. Probably 99% clothing. But I still pick up hard goods whenever I can. So whenever I can, I will pick up hard goods. So like here's a Game Boy. Here's a Game Boy that I have not listed because there's a little bit of nostalgia with it, right? I've not listed that yet. All right, guys, I'm going to head off. I appreciate everyone being on here. As always, Monday mornings, I'm going to come on, show you all my sales for the weekend. And also 8:30 in the mornings throughout the week, I will go live and show you my sales. They're usually a little bit quicker because it's like just the overnight sales, stuff like that. And I'm going to go live thrifting later this week, too. That'll be on YouTube. If you want other information, it's on YouTube, too. Appreciate you guys like always. See you, Teach. Bye, everybody. But TikTok, if you want to see the other room, I'll show you. How long do I hold on to inventory? It just depends. Like those Under Armour If you just saw those Under Armour hoodies, I've held on to those way too long, so I just have priced them all down. $13.99. If they still don't sell, I'll price them at $9.99. But like winter clothing, I'll hold on to right now until next winter. I'm not going to decrease the price or anything. But by now, I'm well seasoned enough to know what to pick up. So I know pretty much for the most part, I know what I'm going to pick up. I know the time frame it will sell in, and if it's a good pickup for the price. So when you're new, it's hard. You're new. I was there. Everyone's been there. But now I know for the most part everything I'm picking up, how much they'll sell for, how quickly, all that sort of stuff. So I rarely make bad purchases unless it's like a hole or something I miss. So you want to see it too? I can't bring you in there. Honestly, the other room is just a wall with bins. It's the same exact, it's no different. It's the same exact thing as this, but it also has a, like a, what would you call it? Not a chest, but like a cabinet with different shelves on it. Those are where all my shoes are. So I have a cabinet that closes in the other room and with all my shoes. And then I just have another wall full of like that over there, just with clothing. So, and what I end up doing is changing stuff out. So everything in here right now are shorts, polos, winter items are all in the other room or stacked over in the corner up here, or in a closet upstairs. So I do every season, or twice a year, I do a shift with my inventory. I'll put all this in-season items out in the open where I can get them, and then all season items away in different spots. When it's hard, when new, it's hard, now very soft. Felix, you would say that. All right, guys, I'm going to end it here. We'll catch you next time. I appreciate you guys always coming in. Get some good sales. Be healthy. I need to go exercise. I'll see you.